So the bourgeois young people want to differentiate, and they create the casual in fashion, want to create, for example, the swatch. They created the swatch. They used to wear the Timberland or certain kind of shoes. Golf, for example, was the car for young people in the 80s. Not anymore big car, but a car more easy, more friendly for every day. But also this kind of attitude create a sort of ostentation, no? Sort of I want to show, not anymore I have money, but I want to show I have a culture or I belong to a certain group of people. So I create this object because I thought this object could create a direct feeling with you. Without, you don't buy this object because you want to show to other people you are rich, or you want to show that you have culture. You have a particularly direct feeling with this object. You don't want to show to other people something. And this is because every object has a very strong message behind. So there is no neutral object. Any object means something. Any jacket you put, or any object, any sofa, anything you put on your body or you put in your house has a particular meaning. And we have to understand the meaning of the object, because if you speak of object, you speak of communication and meaning mainly.
I have a question. Okay. So, during our tour, we're trying to make some kind of connections in the history of design. Mm-hmm. So now tomorrow we are meeting Branzi at the Design Triennale. And when we arrived here, I was quite surprised to find that the Mies chair, Branzi, just, if you see just on the back, there is a quite historical piece. I mean, personally, I've seen that only in a museum. Never seen that kind of chair, which is quite unique. You know, few pieces are around, so it's quite a precious and important piece of design in that corner. So if you can make a sort of connection between you and Branzi, which is far away, I know. And
I know very well Branzi because I work with him more than one time, and we have a lot of discussion also.
No. I mean, it's far away for as time, maybe as timing, as in the history.
No, I really appreciate Branzi as a speaker and theoretical. I think he is probably the most clever speaker and the most clever person that can give you a wide vision of our discipline in this moment. He works mainly in unique pieces of art. And I work on industrial design, but we have one common point. I studied in Florence, and in Florence University we had a radical movement, very strong. A radical movement was a movement where which involved in Branzi and Archizum, was Branzi, Massimo Morozzi, Deganello, and Coretti. And
we met David Palterer in Florence.
Yes, also Adolfo Natalini, Alessandro Mendini, Ettore Sozza, was the father of Italian design. And Branzi wrote a book on my work recently, and he wrote Stefano is the erede, come si dice, is the
when someone inherited something from someone else.
Successor?
If the son inherited something from the father.
Heretic?
Heir, successor.
Yeah, sort of successor. When you inherited,
of radical design. And I wrote a letter. Oh, I'm very proud about her, but especially to be the follower of no follower. Follower is another.
No, follower is
to receive from you, which was one of the most important theoretical of that movement, the investment to be and this was the very important for my background. When I said, for example, I refused to design the object with the girotondo tray, it was because I had this kind of background, which in that time we were very critical with the design approach, with the discipline. Radical movement were a movement in design and architecture which criticized at the base the discipline of design and architecture. So we have two different approach, totally different approach. We have on one side the approach of Alessandro, also in Italian design. If you consider Alessandro Mendini, Andrea Branzi, Ettore Sozzas, okay, they are different, but they belong to the same cultural approach. If you consider on the other side Achille Castiglioni, Vico Magistretti, Bellini, they are a totally different, they have a totally different approach. So this Castiglioni is a little bit in the middle, maybe, but they believe in design like a discipline, like other people look at design in a more in a different way.
Personally, if we can do the play of the tower, which one would you put down the tower?
No, of course, I always explain that my background is on this part. So I collaborate with both of them, so I know very well Andrea. I did some project with him, with Mendini, and I worked also with Sozza. So
you feel to belong more to this side?
Yes, okay. Yes. No, it's a real pity that, for example, sometime we saw in Triennale an exhibition about the 70s and they disappear. Yeah. The radical movement disappeared, and it's a real pity because it was the most important movement in Italian design.
Stefano, there was in the history of Italian design this big division. On one side, as you said, the Sozzas, Branzi, Mendini, they were against the industrial system. They didn't believe that the industrial system could be say the happy solution for the most part of people. And Castiglioni, Magistretti and all the other instead really thought that the industry system was really positive, okay? Thanks to be inside the industrial system could give you the possibility to make a lot of people happy thanks to new items, new way of living. You are in the generation, I think, it's my opinion, that connected these two visions of the world. So you work definitely in the industrial system, because you said you don't want to make unique pieces, artistic pieces, but industrial products. But with this kind of attitude.
Yes. But also Ettore, I think, while Branzi and Mendini, when they design a product for a company, I think they remain in the same intellectual position that they have when they design an artistic object. I think Ettore Sozzas is a good example of a designer who create a very avant-garde movement like Memphis, but also create some design bestseller, like for example the Valentina for Olivetti, or cutlery and oil set for Alessi, where product sold in really 100,000 pieces with a lot of he designed a lot of successful product.
Yes, there is in that generation somehow there is a contradiction. If you just think about Enzo Mari, I mean, he has been, criticizing so strongly the production system, but at the same time he so strongly pushed towards the industrial system, and he made a lot of interesting products.
I don't love.
I
don't understand Enzo Mari.
Well, we all don't understand it. I mean, that's a common problem. But anyway, it's part of this generation somehow to criticize, but at the same time
I'm
also
so thirsty.
to work
The
for them.
sandwiches in Aldi were incredible.
I have a question.
Thank you.
What has been your favorite project of all the projects that you've done?
When they asked me this question, I said the Girotondo, because the Girotondo contains everything, all the other. And I think it seems a very stupid object, but I think it's the most clever object I did.